Let's try this question here. A class has 25 boys and girls. So the total number of students is 25. There are 10 boys. What percent is the girls? So obviously if there are 10 boys, that means there are how many girls? 25 minus 10. That would be 15 girls. However, this is not the answer. They are not asking about how many girls, they're asking what is the percentage of the girls. The girls make what percentage? How many girls do we have? We have 15 girls. And what is the total number of students? That's 25. So that corresponds to what out of 100? So we are looking for this number x. So from 25 to 100, I am multiplying by 4. So I will do the same thing. From 15 to x, I multiply by 4. 15 times 4 is 60. So that means I have 60%. 60% of students are girls. And what about the boys, by the way? I can do it the same way, or I can just take 100% minus the percentage of the girls, which is 60%, and that will give me 40%. 40% of the students are boys. Let's look at another type of questions you might get. I scored 11 out of 20 on a quiz. I want to increase the score by 50%. What is going to be the new score? So first I had 11 over 20. Now I want to have a new score. I want to have something that is higher. So I want to increase the score by 50%. So what is 50% of 11? 50% of 11 is 11 divided by 2. So that would be 5.5. So I want to add 5.5 out of 20, and that will end up being 16.5 out of 20. That will be my new score if I increase my original score by 50%. Ali scored 18 out of 30 on quiz 1. He scored 30% less on quiz 2. What was his new score? So quiz 1 is 18 over 30. On quiz 2 is 30% less. So first we need to find what is 30% of 18. So we have to do the math. 5.4. So he scored 5.4 less than the previous. That means I have to subtract 5.4 over 30, and that will get me 12.6 out of 30. So this is his grade for quiz 2. Next question. Jack gained weight from 19 kilograms to 22 kilograms. What was the percent change? In other words here, what was the percent increase? That's another keyword. So anytime you want to find the percent change, you always want to take the final result minus the original result divided by the original. This is a formula that will work all the time. So the final result is 22 minus the original result, that is 19, divided by the original result, which is still 19. You end up with 3 over 19. What is 3 divided by 19? As a decimal, you will get 0.158 if you round to the nearest thousandth. To change this as a percentage, move the decimal point 2 places to the right. That would be 15.8%. So this number right here is a percent increase. In other words, Jack's weight increased by 15.8%. So every time when they ask for percent change, doesn't matter if something is increasing or decreasing, that's how you do it. Monday's tip was $30. The tip for Tuesday was $12. What was the percent change? In other words, what was the percent decrease? I use the same formula. I want to start from the final minus original divided by original. So the final was 12 minus the original was 30. That's what you started with. Divided by 30. 12 minus 30 is negative 18. Again, the answer is coming out to be negative because the value is decreasing. That's why. You have negative 18 over 30. Simplify by 6. You will get negative 3 over 5. What is that as a decimal? That would be negative 0.6. And then what is that as a percentage? So that will end up being negative 60%, which means that the amount of the tip was decreased by 60%. In your final answer, you don't really need to put this negative as long as you explain that there is a 60% decrease. This was decrease implies that it's negative.